and welcome to a cover story conversation. I have with me Rasheed Kidwai, author, senior journalist, and a columnist, also a commentator and a favorite on our show. But Rasheed, congratulations on your book on DK Shivakumar. Very well timed, I must say. So when do we see it coming out?
So thank you, Priya. I think it's a mere coincidence. It's going to come out in July, and July this year. You know, in 2002-3, I wrote a book on Sonia Gandhi. So it came out in independent account, just like Mr. DK Shivkumar's. It came out in December 2003, and in 6 months' time, Sonia Gandhi was there all over the news. In 2020, I was writing a book called The House of Sindhyas, and again, you see, the luck would have it, coincidence, merely coincidence, that Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia suicides and he became a minister.
And the book was very well timed.
Yeah, so it happens in the life of authors, it happens.
So when are you going to, what is your next book? Now I'm getting very interested as to whose life is going to change.
I'm also, like you see, I'm also a professional writer, and I want to write more on the contemporary Indian politics and politicians. So I'm writing actually a series on living and practicing politicians. Name I'm not disclosing, but very interesting people. And I know more from non-NDA, non-BJP stable, but they're very interesting characters. Some of them you also know and you have written. So I'm just trying to document, because writing about a living politician is very hazardous. 3 reasons.
Yes.
First of all, there's always shifting narrative and access, and the issue of privacy. What to include, what not to include. So these are challenges, but गिरते हैं शायद सवारी मैदानी जंग में.
I remember what I think Farooq Abdullah, or was it Omar who said to Farooq, don't write your biography, at least not while you're around, because there are too many enemies and too many questions one will have to answer by your disclosures. So you are ready to take that risk.
Yes, because I think these books are not written for these politicians. They are written for Janta, ordinary readers, and we get to know in politics. There are a lot of anecdotes, there are a lot of very interesting things are there. For instance, in DK Shivkumar's case, when he was fighting, I think it was 1979, he was fighting college election, and he was an NSUI candidate. He was kidnapped.
Really?
And then he came to know this was kidnapped by none other than the Chief Minister's camp, that Devraj Urs, that legendary character. And so he was kept in for 2 days or so. So a lot of interesting things come which we don't even know. See, DK is a very good biker. So in 1980s, he had got a ESD thing. He still remembers that number. And Priya, you have documented many. So politicians remember these things. So just I think a couple of years back, somebody gifted him that ESD motorcycle. He bought it in the junk and realized that this is something was favorite to Mr. DK Shivkumar. So they got it. Totally made it new and presented to him. So these are stories that people want to hear and read.
But in fact, I remember a very interesting story that he told us when he was in Delhi, and that time it was soon after Ahmed Patel's demise, and everybody was speculating who will be the new political advisor, and he was meeting the media, and someone said DK Shivkumar. So he laughed, and then he says कि Hindi चाहिए होती है, but I've learned Hindi due to my stint in Tihar jail. So he thanked the BJP for helping him learn Hindi while in Tihar.
Yeah, Priya, perhaps he may be having a Hindi tutor also now. It helps because, if you come to Karnataka, then it's like then the next destination is Delhi. If you look at the life of H.D. Devegowda. By the way, when DK was 27-year-old, his first election was against H.D. Devegowda, and he lost. The only time he lost.
But always when you lose to a giant, it helps your own case. He learned that fast. But how do you see DK's appointment? Because this has been pending, but for Rahul Gandhi to push for it now, is there a churn within the Congress also that this appointment can we see a larger message?
I think it's very significant. It's a thing what Rahul Gandhi had said. You remember once he had tweeted him, Kamal Nath and Jyotiraditya, that famous picture, and quoting Leo Tolstoy. The quote was something to the effect of that patience and time, they are the ultimate
comes
warriors.
To those who wait. Ultimate warriors.
So in a war, these things count a lot. And this remained a jumla for Rahul Gandhi, because so many people kept leaving. And I think by making DK Shivakumar Chief Minister, Rahul Gandhi has showcased that loyalty, time, patience matters. So here you have a situation, 150 people who have left the Congress since 2014 of various level or hierarchy, consequence, whichever way you want to look at it. And one of them, Himanta Biswa Sarma, became chief minister, a very towering person now in national politics.
Huh.
And here is Rahul Gandhi's answer. So if you remain patient, if you remain loyal, and then you can become a DK Shivakumar. So perhaps if you look at Karnataka and Assam, perhaps DK Shivakumar scores over it in just terms of resources and the kind of
So you're doing a
profile.
course correction in the messaging that every.
I think so. But the Congress is not doing it. We are doing this in studio. The
Yeah.
Congress must be sending this message loud and clear that if you are loyal, then you will be rewarded. Apna time aayega.
बहुत दिनों के बाद ये मैसेज गया है बिकॉज अभी तक तो बाहर जाके टाइम आ रहा था बट ओके डीके शिव कुमार उधर वीडी सतीशन अगेन ओल्ड गार्ड वर्सेस यंग गार्ड बट ही चोज द यंगर फेस वी आल्सो सीइंग अ लिस्ट ऑफ राज्य सभा नॉमिनेशंस टुडे वी सीइंग अ लॉट ऑफ राहुल फेवरेट्स आर फाइनली गेटिंग इन अर्लियर ही यूज्ड टू ऑलवेज से दैट आई वांट टू पुट इन माय टीम बट आई एम नॉट अलाउड टू इज ही फाइनली बीइंग अलाउड टू
Well, I think he was always allowed to. Rahul Gandhi didn't realize he's Rahul Gandhi. So he is realizing he's Rahul Gandhi, and I'm talking about in terms of exercising political authority, because this was there. I think the Congress High Command is very strong, but he showed that kind of humility. And I'll give you two examples. Everybody knows that Rahul Gandhi's favorite was in Kerala Chief Minister's choice. His favorite was Mr. K.C. Venugopal. If you, Priya, you recall in the swearing in time when Rahul Gandhi walked in airport, three people were actually standing. I remember very vividly. V.D. Satishan, Chief Minister designate, because he had taken oath. There's Ramesh Chaninthala, and the third person was K.C. Venugopal. Priya, who do you think Rahul Gandhi hugged out of the three?
Don't say K.C. Venugopal.
Your answer is right. But a conventional politician would have hugged V.D. Satishan because he was the Chief Minister, or would have hugged Ramesh Chaninthala, person who sort of was senior, veteran, seen it all, loyal, and as a kind of consolation prize. But he went by loyalty. So Rahul Gandhi has a very strong sense of loyalty. But I think in Satishan's case, he allowed that. He said, "Oh, you are loyal to me, you sacrifice." So that is Rahul Gandhi, and I think in the many appointments he was not doing it. He was always looking for an excuse, or looking at 10 Janpath, which means Sonia Gandhi. I mean, not Sonia Gandhi as a mother, but Sonia Gandhi as a matriarch of the Congress party. So therefore, I think now he has learned and he's got this renewed confidence, which is a good sign for any political party, because the leader is confident, then things start falling in place. I'll just take a minute and tell you what happened in Tamil Nadu. So TVK, the two stories. One is, of course, reported that 2009 this fellow walked in, Mr. Vijay, and Rahul Gandhi says, "Go and fight Youth Congress election." So that means he sort of
dismissed him.
Sort of threw out that asset called Vijay. And second instance was when just before election, TVK was offering 70 Lok Sabha assembly seats to the Congress. Rahul Gandhi said no, and he went by this conventional wisdom which was propagated by Chidambaram and Mallikarjun Kharge. Paid a heavy price, but took a 180 total U-turn and backed TVK, and now you have a Rajya Sabha also
coming in, which is a bonus for Team Rahul. So then that's what they're saying, that Rahul actually got it right in these elections. He wanted TVK, but he listened to the older guard and did not pursue it. He is the one who campaigned against Mamata Banerjee. He saw that the whole election was on an anti-Mamata sentiment. He got that right. They won Kerala. Yes, they lost Assam, but in 3 states he got it right.
Yes, but in politics there is no silver medal. So you need to excel, you need to deliver. To say, look at Bengal. Let's talk about Bengal. So okay, he didn't join hand with Mamata, then he pointed a kind of thing that Mamata is corrupt and all that. But today you see you have those 80 MLAs, 60 on one side, 58 on one side, and 22 on another side. Rahul Gandhi and Congress must intervene, because ultimately this cannot be BJP's B team, because BJP already has 208. Now the next 58 people who are, they need to find a character of their own. They can be pro-left, they can be pro-Mamata, or they can be pro-Congress, but they cannot be pro-BJP, because the opposition space is there. 40% people have voted against the BJP. Of course, we have a winner takes it all and first past the post system. So there is a space for Congress. If Congress can get 20 MLAs, you will have a foothold in Bengal. And that is what Rahul Gandhi needs to do in Andhra Pradesh, in Odisha, all these states, because they all have, over 100 Lok Sabha seats. So you need to have a foothold. From zero, you need to have, look at Andhra, for instance. The BJP has less than 6% of vote share, but they control the entire 25 seats. because if it is TDP or the BJP or even YSR Congress, all three are on NDA side. So Rahul Gandhi needs to have a foothold in all these states, Andhra, Odisha and Bengal,
To at least counter the
to
BJP in
counter
the
this thing,
heartland.
because see, 29 will not come because of southern states you can get 80 plus seats, but 80
Right.
plus seats is just still less than 100. So you need to get another 45-50 seats in order to be closer to 150 figure, and that will be a figure that will prevent BJP from coming back to power.
But do you see that happening? Because as we are talking, we are hearing about split. The DMK is now walked out of the India alliance. There may be a split in the TMC. In fact, today in the morning, we heard that the BJP is very confident of pushing through the delimitation bill in the monsoon session, saying we have the numbers now by DMK support. We break the TMC. Break I don't know who else, but we will manage.
Yeah, I think, but the DMK is not going to switch sides just because they have lost election, and it's not like a revenge thing. What do you call it when you go back? Revenge kind of thing is there. No, in affairs and all, when they go another rebound and back the
Correct.
BJP. I don't think that is going to happen. But there is an opportunity for the Congress, and I think the Congress has very senior leaders like Digvijay Singh and Kamal Nath and whatnot. If you look at map of India, you can get 10 plus leaders. Why can't they get into a kind of mission to bring these old Congress leaders and old Congress parties back in the fold?
Those
It's
who
never
left
easy.
the Congress. A good idea.
Yes. So Jagan Mohan Reddy, Mamta Banerjee, Sharad Pawar, all this time has come for them, Priya, to at least have a conversation and bring them back. Now they will not come not because they don't believe in ideology, because of Rahul Gandhi's personality, and second thing, assets. The regional parties have assets.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Okay, buildings, paisa, resources. They would not like to hand over. At least not like Sharad Pawar. Like I told you, that it depends. Once Narasimha Rao asked Sharad Pawar what is 2 and 2, he said it depends. You are buying or selling.
That is true. Sharad Pawar is, yes, quite
So
shrewd.
all these three are very difficult and very temperamental customers. Jagan Mohan Reddy, Mamta Banerjee, and
But
Sharad Pawar.
apart from Jagan, the two are also now, fading.
Fading, and
assets.
they need to, because you see, Priya, what is we are not there to advise anybody, but it's a very good recipe to stop poaching. If Trinamool is to merge with the parent organization, Congress, it will solve a lot of the problems.
Yeah.
Suddenly, all those Lok Sabha MPs will find a place, Rajya Sabha MPs will find a place. There will be a lot of synergy, and there will be no poaching. Same applies to Sharad Pawar also, and both in terms of Supriya Sule or Abhishek Banerjee, these people will get automatically integrated in the Congress system. So it's like two penny advice, but I don't think anyone will heed to advice of this cover story.
Well, I hope they listen to something, but I have an interesting anecdote. After a quick break, I'll share that with you. Stay with us. Hello and welcome back to a cover story conversation with Rasheed Kidwai. He is, of course, as we know, a very famous author. He's a political journalist, and I would say a political historian now. Also, Rasheed, the amount of books you've written at a moment in time.
Priya, in your league.
No, you are in a league, which we all trying to get to your league now. But Rasheed, it's where you said that they should get back, the Congress needs to bring back all those who left the party. There are three very feisty women who are there, from Supriya Sule, Mahua Moitra to Priyanka Chaturvedi, all I think looking for safe space to land on. And one of them even the other day was saying, we are Rahul ke Sipahi. So I think Rahul Gandhi will have some brigade, I think, voting for him. But in terms of allies, there is now only Akhilesh Yadav, the last standing ally in the India alliance. It is really, the others have fallen at the hustings.
Yes, so I think the alliance politics is here to stay, and in alliance, Congress requires a lot more humility and accommodation. There is to answer those things that Priyanka Chaturvedi, Mahua Moitra, they've all been ex-Congress persons. So, you see, in politics, how ab lot chale. You remember the Rishi Kapoor movie called How Lot Chale? Very nice movie. So, it's not easy. It's very difficult. It's not like an NRI coming back to India. It's a lot more because
Ghar Wapsi in today's
Ghar
words.
Wapsi. Ghar Wapsi has a lot of religious connotations. So I will keep that up. It's not easy. But I think Rahul Gandhi needs to have somebody or a set of people, group of people. And there is no dearth of senior congressmen like Anand Sharma and all who can do, because Anand, for instance, was in Youth Congress when Mamta Banerjee was in Youth Congress. So there are a lot of connects and dots are there. So they can start that. What are the conditions? I'll tell you, Priya, it will be easier than this Israel, US deal.
To deal.
So because the talking point, so they are not Iran and the other side is also not Israel. So I think there is a lot of conversation that can take place. And allies, I think Rahul needs to employ vis-a-vis Akhilesh Yadav in Uttar Pradesh, because Priya, this
UP
mark my
election.
word, it's a make or break election. I mean, all Uttar Pradesh elections are make or break, particularly this time. Because if Yogi Adityanath loses, if BJP loses, then there is again no way. With 80 Lok Sabha seats, they've already lost, I think, this Congress and this alliance got 43 seats. So they got half seats. I think it will be very challenging for BJP to come back to power. So they need to use Priyanka Gandhi, though Priyanka Gandhi is a one-yard MP, but his heart and soul is in Uttar Pradesh. And she and Akhilesh Yadav have very good, functional relationship. So you need to build that, that kind of bond.
It's a good team that would
Very
go on.
good team. So once I remember Narasimha Raw's time, Narasimha Rao had sent Sharad Pawar to meet Jayalalitha. So I was very curious, why Sharad Pawar? He said, no, because they both can have a thing, they call that dab the Nariyal Pani. They were sipping Nariyal Pani. But let me tell you, it was not Nariyal Pani. It was spurious.
Well, what they were sipping, really, we will not go into the spirit of things. But having said that, yes, Akhilesh and Priyanka, or, some kind of, they need to get the UP alliance going. But beyond that, all the names that we have suggested or we are looking at in the India bloc are also now old and fading. So should he not look towards new rising stars like TVK is one, for instance?
Yeah, so yes, that is very interesting question, and I think that is where Rahul Gandhi is, like we say that he's become a keen learner, he's learning and he's staging a comeback, is in this choice of TVK. Look at the TVK, they had one Rajya Sabha that could have gone to any TVK person or his favorite, anybody, including somebody from the Tamil Nadu, Tamil cinema also, but he is not. He has given it to Congress. Gift. It's almost like a gift.
It is.
So Rahul Gandhi can get this gift in the form of Lok Sabha. There are 39 Lok Sabha seats. So if Congress can get a share of, let's say, 20-25 seats, and in the good tidings, if they win majority of them, 18, 19. So from 9 it will double up.
Yes.
The DMK was only giving 9. So this is a very good opportunity for the Congress to enhance its footprints in that, and that's the thing. So Priya, I think alliance politics in India is there from position of strength, not from position of weakness. So if Rahul is strong, Congress strong, alliance is strong. If there is weak, then everything falls apart. In Uttar Pradesh, there is also a thing about Mayawati and Dalit votes. So because there is 10% vote share she has, it's like an insurance policy for the BJP. So unless you are able to get this majority of Dalit votes on your side, you can never win, because if there's 100 votes and 10 votes going to Mayawati, then 90 votes, and 90 vote BJP gets 40 plus votes, then the Congress and SP alliance will not be there. So Akhilesh is working very hard in that direction. We don't see that thing happening with the Congress. And Congress has a greater outreach towards Dalits, because unlike Akhilesh, they don't have a baggage. They are a pro-Dalit party.
Right. Well, Congress always wakes up at the last minute, which is what the SP also complains about. This time, Akhilesh has been working on ground. He's taking these elections very seriously. But within the Congress, do you think there should be organizational revamp? Are you hearing anything of that sort? Because Kharge's term, I'm told, is finishing.
Yeah, I think Mr. Kharge is again, he's like, touch me not. He cannot be touched because he's a Dalit. He may be 83. I think his term is ending in October 27. So he's there till
another year. Okay.
More than a year. But there are a lot of vacancies are there. B.K. Hariprasad has become a state party chief in Karnataka. So there is a vacancy for Haryana, Maharashtra. Many states have a vacancy, and there needs to be a overall. And I think the general secretary in charge of organization, it's high time they find somebody from north or central or western part of India, not Kerala and Karnataka and Tamil Nadu kind of story, because you need to have a person who would listen, who's good listening, post some kind of grievances addressal cell kind of thing.
Right.
Because a lot of congressmen, at least I know politically, who come to Delhi and they have no one to meet. So what do? So Rahul Gandhi needs to create a mechanism where more and more people are able to interact, and this kind of political engagement is very important, because that's how they will do well. See, Priya, Congress must ask itself why in 2024 in Rajasthan they got I think 10 or 12 Lok Sabha seats out of the 25, but in Madhya Pradesh they got a big zero. So neighboring states, similar kind of vote share, similar kind of culture, but seats of and in Chhattisgarh, I think again it was blank. So they need to get start getting seats from these states. Unless I don't expect them to start winning in Gujarat because that's very difficult. But in this, in so to say, in the Hindi heartland, they must start getting Lok Sabha seats. Unless they win Punjab or they win Uttarakhand and Himachal. Of course, Himachal they're in power, but I'm saying retaining power. There is no hope for the Congress actually.
Well, they're hopeful of winning Uttarakhand. I know someone who was already eyeing a Rajya Sabha berth from there within the Congress. But Rajasthan, do you think it would have made sense to send Ashok Gehlot to the Rajya Sabha? And, or you think this whole keeping him there is putting the pressure on Sachin Pilot?
Well, I think one thing Rahul Gandhi has got it right in this Rajya Sabha is that he is not gone for the seniors like Mr. Ashok Gehlot and Mr. Kamal Nath. Look, there was a little of suspicion on both of them, not in terms of joining the enemy camp, but not being in line on the same page with Rahul Gandhi. We saw it it happened in Rajasthan. It's very clear, and I think Mr. I don't know whether Mr. Ashok Gehlot ever introspects or so. But if he introspects, he will regret a lot. He would have been a Congress president, he would have been in Rajya Sabha, he would have been a leader of opposition, all these things. And look at him, he's struggling to get a Rajya Sabha. And again, he faces very uncertain future now in the home state also. Similar stories there for Kamal Nath. So I think Rahul Gandhi has done, organizationally speaking, nothing personal, has done well to deny them Rajya Sabha because it would have sent out a very bad signal that, you hurt and harm the leadership, lower the, so to say, the prestige of the Congress High Command and get away and get in Rajya Sabha. And age factor also, all these things come in. So I don't know whether all 7 will win. I have, my doubt whether all 7 will make it. But short of that, I think the Congress has done a good job in Rajya Sabha election by not making people who have, tried and tested. What do they call it in Hindi? Chale hue kartoos.
I think 2 leaders are going to take issue with you on that one. But how do you see Pawan Khera's appointment? I mean, there's a message because Rahul Gandhi has always been, I remember at a CWC long back when RPN and all was still in the Congress, he took issue saying, I am the only one attacking Modi and no one else attacks him. Now Pawan Khera has put his, literally his life and limbs on the line by attacking, taking on very hefty targets.
So I think if you look at the purpose of Rajya Sabha composition by the framers of constitution, if you look at the Congress present state of the Congress, I think Pawan Khera is a very good choice because he's I think under 50 or would be just around 50 and so he's young and he's very vocal and he's been fighting and he's unlikely to get into electoral politics. That is a limitation. So you bring such people in Rajya Sabha because that's where you need fighting spirit. After how long this Jairam Ramesh and all the Vakil Sahibans will continue. And Vakil Sahibans have their very good practice.
Correct.
So there is a time that Congress must find a political face in Rajya Sabha. And I think that's where Pawan is a very good beginning. I hope the same happens to Pranav Jha also, but he's little, given the politics of Jharkhand, as I said, I wish he wins, but things are a little difficult or they say dicey for him.
But sending him as a nominee itself sends
that's
a good
very
message.
Good. I think that's a very good because loyalty is rewarded.
Loyalty
because
rewarded.
Unless people have a sense of hope and aspiration, what was happening earlier time, the money bags or people who were rich or people who were come from legal background
because of a certain caste politics.
Precisely. Yeah. So there are very few aspirants are many. So therefore, there are always people who are disgruntled. But I think this time, as I said, जब मतलब खुदा हुस्न देता है नज़ाकत आ जाती है. So so things are getting right for Rahul Gandhi, which were not there, let's say 6 months ago or a year ago. He missed the bus in 2024 June when Lok Sabha result had come. I think if he had done some tabartor this India meeting and India alliance etc., perhaps things would have been better. So he messed up in Haryana, royally, Bihar, Maharashtra, but he's making a comeback. Politics it's not about just what happened in the past. You need to bounce back.
Fair enough. But just, to look at the future, you have to also take into account the past. And my last question to you is, we are entering a time where the Modi government is celebrating the fact that they are going to be beating Nehru's record of the number of days in power. How do you see that, compare the two, Modi era versus Nehru era?
Well, I think, first of all, see, continuation is just a number. When we compare, comparison is a thief of joy. And if you compare Jawaharlal Nehru's and Narendra Modi's legacy, Mr. Modi needs to be very careful, because what happened from 1960-61 onwards, other than poor health, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's, you see, political stature started falling. So he was not in his, though he survived till 27th of May 1964, but I think that Iqbal, that kind of political authority that he was representing, started taking a beating. It happened in 1959 when there's the left government in Kerala was dismissed. It happened in 1959 when Indira Gandhi became Congress president.
The
Dynasty Raj. So first very pronounced instance. I remember Jawaharlal Nehru writing somewhere that it's very difficult to face, for the Prime Minister Nehru to face the Congress president on the breakfast table.
Right.
So, too much of dynasty also complicates things. So I think Mr. Modi, who is come from very different background, very different track record, but needs to be careful, because when I go to the streets, people are getting little edgy. It's because of economics, economic situation, economy.
Right.
And so people are not that happy. See, a lot of people, Priya, I remember of the 25-year-old and 30, that started putting money in stocks, and they were hoping that, I'm not votary of the stock exchange thing, but I'm saying that they were trying to, they were making money. Now they are not. Year after year, they say the market down hai. So Mr. Modi needs to do something where people, as somebody had told me, कि अठंडी उछालो तो रुपया गिरे. So that is the kind of sentiment people have. अब अठंडी नहीं चलती है रुपया, but I'm saying if I have 500 rupees and I want to make it into 700 or 1,000 bucks,
Correct.
how it is for Mr. Modi to decide.
Which is what Sujit Bhalla wrote, that has gone really viral, that he's got his politics right, but now he needs to get his economy right. So that's the biggest challenge for Prime Minister Modi today. But thank you, Rasheed, for this conversation. As usual, lots of anecdotes, lots of details, and lots of interesting stories. Thank you.
Thank you.